Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel, Invalidity3 Tarot. She's review as well. Thank you. I'll be starting by pulling your current or overall energy. And then we'll be going into clarifiers. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting, Gemini. Okay. Wow, I'm not too sure exactly what's going on with this. As I just saw 222, it literally, it was fascinating is for some reason, there is this energy here of financially breaking even. But I also kind of heard someone kind of shout out or kind of just say, it felt like a little bit of a shout, but someone was saying, but I like to win. I like to win. Everyone does. But ultimately, with whatever this energy of kind of breaking even with something, I'm not too sure what this financially is. There is some type of moment of inspiration here about possibly some sort of new beginning, or maybe just some type of idea that comes to mind. Overall, ultimately, what you're saying is even though things have kind of turned out the way they have, you still feel a little bit kind of disappointed or maybe even dissatisfied. But that being said, there is still quite a bit of here emotionally to be kind of happy and content with, even though you are showing me that there is a little bit of a defensiveness to your energy. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on with this quite yet, but even you are kind of showing me this energy of kind of keeping it cool, playing your cool, kind of really keeping yourself together, really kind of containing this desire or this idea. Ultimately, yes, things are beginning to pick up momentum and speed for you here. But ultimately, with this being said, you're also kind of showing me a little bit of a lazy effort here towards some type of endeavor. I'm not too sure exactly what this is about, but I kind of feel like it might be about plans, ideas, what to do moving forward. There is as well a little bit of confusion as to which direction you truly want to take things. But I feel like mostly this could be between you and someone, because you are showing me you are showing me them, and whatever is going on, this is causing quite a bit of fixation here as to, okay, what to do about all this. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers and see what we can find. That's an interesting energy. Well, let's see. Ooh, goodness. Okay. That's fascinating. That is very fascinating. As I just saw 444. Bless you, babe.
Thank you.
Hmm. This is interesting, Gemini. You're kind of throwing me a little bit of a riddle here. Almost reminds me of like a little bit of like a Rubik's cube, kind of like where you have to kind of switch everything around, turn everything around. You kind of have to like match everything. Interesting. Very interesting. What is this? Hmm. Yeah, I kind of feel like, again, with that energy and that emphasis of you want to win. Of course you do. Like I said, everyone does. But what I like about this is your overall energy is kind of showing me that you're more so working on feeling confident with the way that things actually are moving forward. Even though they are moving forward the way they are, you're working towards feeling confident within a situation where it's like, okay, um, it kind of is one of those situations where it is what it is, but you're doing the best you can to work with it. Very interesting. Yeah, and that's exactly what I thought with that Four of Swords showing up. It's like, okay, let me really focus on me. Let me kind of rest, recover here, and really ground myself. Um, it's interesting though. It's kind of like saying, I don't know why, but the energy of like a casino or gambling or something like that. You know, be responsible, of course. Um, but you're kind of like saying, let's just say you go in and you want to play and you want to win big, and all of a sudden it's kind of like, well, I put $100 in. Um, I got all the way down to my last dollar, and then you put in that last dollar again. You're like, well, whatever, I'm already here. You press it, and then all of a sudden you win $100 back, and you're kind of like, well, um, okay, well, I guess I just kind of move forward. You're kind of showing this energy of like, well, I think I'm kind of done with this, whatever this is. I don't exactly know what that means or what that is, but you know, like I said, you are focused on moving forward, even though you feel the way you do about it. Um, you're still want to be pretty persistent and adamant here about something. Okay, some type of relationship between you and someone. Wow. What is going on? You kind of show me a little bit of a switch in energy here of like, well, um, I'm working on being fair or neutral, but again, there's this energy of like defensiveness to you. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. What's that about? Okay. Once again, Gemini, it goes back to this overall energy of like, how do I say this? It goes back to the overall energy of like self-confidence. And I believe this has been a theme for you for a little bit now. Confidence within yourself, like exuding confidence. It's like if something is a certain way, um, it affects you a little bit. And I'm not too sure why or what's going on, but you're ultimately kind of saying that like something doesn't feel like it's fully 100% moving forward with something or with someone here. And you're also kind of considering like, well, what do I need to do? Like, what can I do? And that's what's very interesting is yes, things are moving forward. But again, you're showing me this energy, Gemini. I believe I told you this before. There's a little bit of a laziness to your effort here, and I'm not too sure what's going on. It's kind of like saying you get what you give. You get what you give. And that's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly right, because I am looking at the same energy I gave you before of the lazy effort, you get lazy results. That sounds like work, whether it be work in finances or investments, or whether it's in relationships. It's kind of like saying if you give the bare minimum, don't be surprised or shocked that they in turn give you the bare minimum. Vice versa, you got to go to work, you got to show up, you have to put in energy, you have to put in effort. And after a week or two, something in return. But if there is this energy where it's you're feeling like there isn't enough, then that is definitely something you might need to address or acknowledge or even communicate to them. Because you're showing me that there is quite a bit of anxiety and stress here as to why something isn't happening, why finances aren't coming in, why things aren't growing between you and someone, that sort of thing. Okay. You have some sort of plans in mind. At the same time, you're kind of like whatever this is you are putting together for yourself. But I kind of feel like it might be between you and someone as well. You're kind of putting. How do I say this? You're holding off on whether or not something will truly interesting tongue twister. Whether you'll move forward with it or with them possibly. Interesting. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of wondering. There's pain there. There's pain there. You're like, well, I kind of feel like I'm in the middle of the road and I'm not too sure what to do here or how to work on things really. But you are still strongly thinking about how to do this. I kind of feel like at the same time that definitely is, let's just say, off-putting to that emotional energy. It's kind of like saying, well, if I give, and all they do is take, whether it be in finances, investments, money situations, or whether it be in relationships. I'm sure you can follow that train of thought. Yeah, it's going to cause you to be like, you know what, this is actually heartbreaking because here I am giving. And it's like someone's just taking. And there's no even equal exchange between you and someone. It's kind of like saying if you can give your all to someone and they're just like, thank you, I'm just going to just sit here and do nothing. It's like, whether it be at work or whether it be in a relationship, it's like, okay, so that's how you see me. There's a little bit of someone or something is using someone or something. And there the two of you are showing up, not looking at each other like, and that's what's fascinating. Is like you're kind of showing me, Gemini, I don't know what's going to happen between us. I don't know what the future is going to be because they can't even look at me. That is definitely something to think about. Again, whether it's finances or whether it's, and that's what's, yeah, and there it is on top of the deck. It's like, why won't you notice me? Someone here is ignoring someone else. Like I said, definitely a talk or discussion to have, but you know, of course, do as you will. But if you are dealing with anyone who you have shown up, Capricorn, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Leo. Goodbye.